The CEO of Compass, Robert Refkin, has reported on CNBC that he believes that Q4 of 2022 was the bottom of the recent real estate market cycle. In the last quarter of 2022, 42% of sellers were giving concessions to buyers at the closing table, and pending closings were down by 30% or higher at certain points. Since December, there has been a 25% increase in mortgage applications. Because of this, Orlando has been heating up, and I have experienced the effects of it firsthand. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I think Robert Refkin is right based on what's happening right here in the Orlando real estate market. I'm Savannah Williams of Team Williams with Compass, your relocation experts, and here is the latest on interest rates. As I've shared before, interest rates have peaked and they are on their way back down. Inflation has been easing up, which is a good thing for interest rates. In the last few weeks since the last market update I made, interest rates have been trending downward even more. In fact, mortgage rates have moved down to a 4-month low. I've got a graph here from mortgagenewsdaily.com that beautifully depicts the peak of interest rates for the main types of loans and their downward trend since October of 2022. In the past week, the 30-year fixed mortgage loan average has been as low as 6.04%. In February or next month, the Fed does plan to raise the federal funds rate again, but this may or may not significantly impact mortgage rates. After the Fed's last rate hike in December of 2022, we actually didn't see it impacting mortgage rates that much. So even if the federal funds rate is increased 1 or 2 more times, overall we may see still that mortgage rates continue on a downward trend in the coming months. And actually there are a lot of economists who agree that this will happen. In December, a few predictions were published from housing market economists on where the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate will be in the last quarter of 2023. Mortgage Bankers Association says it'll be at 5.2%. Redfin and the National Association of Realtors says 5.8%. Fannie Mae says 6%. Realtor.com says 1.1%, which is very little change over the course of the year. However, since these predictions were released, the average mortgage rate has fallen almost 0.5 percentage point. Because of this trend, it's likely that the revised year-end estimates will actually be lower on average if economists were to issue new estimates. And this is according to Brad O'Connor, who is the chief economist of Florida Realtors. Overall, the consensus from forecasters is that rates will move in a downward direction throughout 2023. If you're finding value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you can continue to get monthly Orlando market updates. Now let's talk about demand. As interest rates have fallen in the past few weeks, mortgage demand has risen. CNBC states that weekly mortgage demand has jumped in the past week 7% as interest rates dropped to lower levels since September. Though this is national news, we are feeling this demand right here in Orlando, Florida too, as the market is heating up again. So let's take a look at new pending sales and new listings in Orlando from July to December of this last year. I've got only until December because we don't have the data yet for January, but the January data will be released next month, so you'll want to tune in for that update. As we can see, these data points are coming to an intersection in December. Since new pending sales is a good measurement of buyer demand, we can see that buyer demand has been stabilizing the past few months, and it's actually swinging upward in December. Because new listings, or the blue line, is trending downward, that tells me that the market is tightening up. The new listings data line is a good predictor of where active inventory will be in the next few months, as active inventory tends to follow the data trend of new listings. So because of this low inventory and increasing demand, I don't see us leaving a seller's market anytime soon. The upside of jumping into the market now, though, as I mentioned before, is that competition will not be as high as it will likely be in the spring. As interest rates trend down, demand will continue to increase. That, coupled with the tightening of new listings, also tells me that there will not likely be big decreases in the average sales price of homes anytime soon. In fact, home prices will likely just keep their upward climb. The median sale price has been trending up the last few months. We see a large decrease in the median sale price from May to August of 2022, but since August 22, the median sale price has been trending up, which coincides with the decreasing demand and tight inventory. So overall prices will likely hold and continue on their upward path, like I said. And another metric that I like to gauge the market is closed sales. Looking at this data line, we can see closed sales sharply declined from October to November of last year, which makes sense because October is when we saw the interest rates peak. However, from November to December, we saw closed sales shoot back up again, which means that we are bouncing back. Buyers are successfully getting to the closing table and the market is becoming increasingly competitive. Without even looking at the data here in Orlando, I have noticed an increased interest in home buying in the last few weeks. So if you have been thinking about buying a house and you feel ready, go ahead and begin talking to a lender about your options. If you're not sure who to pick, Kathy and I do have some great mortgage lenders and mortgage brokers we can recommend to you. We recommend getting a pre-approval letter from them before you start your home search for a few different reasons. You'll know exactly where to spend your time looking, and you're going to be able to give stronger offers with a pre-approval letter. It shows sellers that you're a serious home buyer and you can secure a mortgage. And these days, most sellers are asking for a pre-approval letter or proof of funds with the offer anyway. Sellers, this is still your time. You could wait until demand gets stronger, but I would also argue that now is a good time to sell because you won't have as much competition with other sellers who are planning to put their home on the market in the spring. Yes, sellers can experience competition like buyers can when there is more activity. If you're a seller in the Orlando area and you'd like a home valuation, I will link our website in the box below so you can send us your info. And if you have any questions or you are interested in buying or selling, please give us a call. We would be happy to help you in any way we can. And regardless of whether you are a buyer or a seller, Team Williams is here to support you getting the best deal in the current market. So let us know in the comments. Are you surprised by the Orlando market and how it's not become more of a buyer's market recently? And be sure to check out all of our videos about Orlando neighborhoods, suburbs, what's going on in the market. I'm Savannah Williams with Team Williams in Compass, Florida. We are your relocation experts. And until next time, have a great week.